text of your bill here, the CR, for Friday?
Well, most of it's already released. If there's any tweaks of it, that one we posted before that members from both sides of the aisle had worked, or both sides in the conference had worked on. It deals with the border security, while at the same time it does the emergency funding to keep government open.
And it seems like there's a little bit of lack of clarity whether or not you have the votes for that. Tom Emmer alluded to that on Friday. Some other members said they're not sure because it's a CR.
Well, it's not a CR in the sense that people think. This is actually cutting government spending, securing the border. And I don't understand why someone would vote against a rule to bring that up. Are they going to side with Biden on the open border, or do they want to secure the border and get the emergency funding, which at a lower level, to keep government open?
Now, you just said on our air a few minutes ago on Fox Business, you didn't think the government would shut down. How mechanically can we get something through that quickly when the House and Senate seem to be on such divergent tracks?
Well, the Senate hasn't passed any appropriation bills yet, so you need to be able to provide more time. We could move something here on Friday and send it to the Senate, and the Senate can take up action.
And what about your, I don't want to call it a dispute, but you and Mitch McConnell are not on the same page on this right now. Explain that to us.
Look, no, Mitch is not in the majority over there. He's got to work with Senator Schumer, and I don't understand why Senator Schumer, who comes from New York, would not listen to his governor, his mayor, who is begging him to do something about the border and all the illegal. Look, 50,000 people illegally came across that border just in the last 5 days. That's less than a week. And they say it's destroying their city, it's destroying their state, that they don't have enough money to deal with it. The governor of Massachusetts has declared a state of emergency, and the president continues to ignore this. I believe we can secure the border, get the funding needed to keep government up and running while the Senate starts working on appropriation bills. We'll have 73% of the discretionary funding already done, and we'll continue to work through to get all of ours done.
You asked the president to meet with you. Have you made a formal request? Have you heard anything from the White House?
No, I just think from this perspective, here's the president of the United States. He's had a 5-month strike in California. He's got a strike in the auto workers now. He's got embassies in America, 5 of them across the world for America that they had to evacuate. He's got allies looking to China now. He's got the price of gasoline so high because he attacks American energy. Why would he want the government to shut down?
But did you make a formal request to him?
I have tried to talk to the president. I've tried to talk to him about
they rebuked your calls.
Look, I'm not saying anybody rebuked. I'm just saying this is a president that's sitting on the sidelines. I would like to see a president that's willing to engage. I'm willing to
But he
work.
didn't sit on the sidelines. You guys negotiated a debt ceiling deal. They seem to think that, and I know you're right. I understand that there was, a long period of time between when you guys met.
I had to wait 97 days. I would think you would learn from that. Look, I don't sit back on anything. I've been engaged trying to get these done since July. I will work with anybody who wants to work to make America a better place. And I know people have different opinion on different sides. I know you're not going to get 100% of what you want. We were able to achieve a lot when we worked together on the debt ceiling, but we shouldn't have to wait 97 more days to try to do something on the border when Republicans and Democrats across this nation, when the state of Massachusetts declares an emergency. I would think if you're president of the United States, you don't have to have an invitation. Engage. Let's solve this problem together.
What would be enough on border security? Senators Collins, Tillis, and Sinema are working on an amendment to the Senate short-term spending bill. What would be enough? Would it be $10 billion? Is it a number? Is it a policy?
Okay, you're missing. Don't think money solves the problem. Because what has happened here, it's been the president's policies that has made the border wide open. And I've worked with Sinema and others. There are Democrat elected members who want the border secure as well because they see what's happening to their own states. This is why I don't understand why the president would ignore this problem continue when both sides of both sides are asking to help solve this problem together.
So one final thing, if on this bill for Friday, fund the government, border security, why are there some members on your side who are resistant to this? You keep saying you don't understand why they wouldn't vote.
You'd have to ask
for the border. But you're the speaker. What are the concerns that they've expressed to you and the whip team?
Well, some get caught up in the idea of something being a continuing resolution. I view it as emergency funding to keep the government open while you solve the problems. We've been going through all the appropriation bills.
Do you have a lot of confidence that the 4 individual spending bills, the year-long bills that are coming to the floor at some point this week are actually going to pass? Are you going to have the votes for them?
You watch, every day I walk in this place, I have confidence. You know why? Because we're America. we will solve the problems before us, and every day will be better than the day before. Some days you stumble, and some days you get better. All right, I got to vote. Thank you.